Okay, everyone, we're going to talk about APA citations today. The first thing you need to know is that this link takes you to a place called the OWL at Purdue. Purdue is, I believe, a college or university somewhere in the US, and they are sort of considered the experts in references. And so they have the most up-to-date information. You'll see over here on the left that there are all kinds of examples of all different things. They also have their own PowerPoint slide presentation about APA format. Okay, so all of your APA questions can be answered here. So I've taken information from here and chosen what I think you're going to need and put it in a slideshow just to make life a little bit easier. Okay, when you're making your list of citations, it's going to be called just references, not references list, not works cited, just references. That's the title that'll be at the top of the page. Your list will be in alphabetical order based on whatever the first thing is on the far left-hand side of each citation, which will be either the last name of an author, the name of an organization, or the first word in the title of the item. If you are going to use, there are external websites that you can use to generate your list, but they don't always pull from the right spots and put things in the right spot. So it is still your job to use your eyes, use your brain, look at the samples and make them match. So you're more than welcome to do that. It does take you save you some typing time, but then you do have to go through and edit your list. Okay, if you find just a piece of information online, here's what you do. So here's the way these work. Last name, comma, first period, middle period. So if you have, this would be initials. So for example, if I had written this somewhere online, it would be Burke, comma, J, period, L, period. Then, now you often won't have middle names, but you might. Year, month, and date. You may or not have the day of the month. They do here, but you might not. So it might just be year and month. Then the title, you'll notice that this is in italics and it's written like a sentence. Notice there's no capital on P. So there, even if there is a capital on P in the title where you are, you change that, okay? Unless it's a proper noun. If it's the name of a place or a person, you would capitalize that, just like any regular sentence. Then the site name, so down here, that website is called Medium, or it could be Stats Canada or whatever it is, and then the URL, the actual link to where you're going. So let's say you don't have the name of a person, which you often will not. Use the name of the organization, or they call it here the group name. So here we have information from the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Notice there's all caps on there because that is the name of the organization. Then here, justice served, colon, here we have a capital. Again, this is just how you write a proper sentence. This is the title of the page. Then the name of the site, because you're using the organization as the author, it says up here, then you would omit or leave out the site name. All right, the page's author is not listed, then you can start with the title. Okay, so there you have quantum mechanics. And here you would put, now you can also do it the same as this one. You could put Wikipedia here and have the title be your topic. I think when it comes to these, you have a choice. Personally, I actually prefer taking Wikipedia as the author, putting them at the beginning, and then having quantum mechanics over here. If you don't have the date, you use n.d. which is no date. If you have a newspaper article that you found online, hopefully you have the last name, but you may not. And then you have the title of the article. And notice this time, instead of writing the title as a sentence in italics, you write it as a sentence, you put the italics for the Washington Post. I like to think of it this way. Whatever's in italics is how you would go looking for this. And if I was going to go looking for this article, I probably would Google the Washington Post and then try and find it within there. Okay, the OWL at Purdue, because they are meant to help college and university students do their citations, there are some things that they, and for whatever reason, there are just some things that they don't seem to do. And one of those is a newspaper article that doesn't have an author, but this happens a lot. So you would put the name of the newspaper, so the Globe and Mail, the Toronto Star, whatever it is, the year, the month, the date, the title of the article, written in a sentence, as a sentence in italics, and then the URL. So you're using some sort of an infographic or something that you found online. Here's how those would look. So the author or the organization